hello. No, I can't do that. Hello, welcome along to another episode of Freedom Chasers. Last week it was favourite games. This week it's favourite movies. You may tell us yours. We had many. Then that's all the information you're getting. Right, last week, did we start in the tower?
Yes, we did.
Yes, good. Yes, we started with 3 of you reading and 1 of you fishing. Is that where we're at?
Yep.
Okay, Josh, what were you reading?
The last day Argonian made.
You lose an inspiration card if you're not careful. What were you reading? Come on, you've even gained benefits from it. You've even got it in your inventory.
I stand by my answer. I read
Shaping Shadow.
Shiftweave.
Shaping Shadow.
Shaping Shadow.
Yeah, there you go.
Well.
Elora, what were you reading?
Shiftweave. Not Gulliver's Travels.
No, Amon's.
Eamon's Travels.
I don't
Trek
know
across
what.
the Tigers.
Trekking across the Tigers. There you go. I know it wasn't traversing because that's the other T one. The Tundra. Dinari, what were you reading?
I think it was called Alchemy for Dummies.
It was Advances in Alchemy, but yes, why not? And Jack, what were you fishing? Well, that's a fucking difficult question, isn't it? Many things. Remember any of them other than the D100? Other than the 100 even?
Yeah, I remember I fished an enormous scale. But
that was the
about
first
it.
one. Yeah, that was the first one. So we'll give you that. Sorry, I've accidentally just closed my notes. I am reopening them. That is not what I was trying to do. I was trying to change which tab they're on. After that, we remembered to ask the wizard about devils? No, loads of shit happened before then. William, you went off to find Zadicus. To do what?
To find out what string of multi-classes he was, and we found out that he was a Sorcerer. Not in that order.
He definitely wasn't a Sortifizer. What did we actually call him?
Sorlock.
Yeah, Sorlock. That's the one.
Oh yeah, Sorlock.
Yes.
Sorcerer. That's easier to say.
What's that?
What is that? But he talked about like his past and the journey he went on to become a Sorlock.
Yeah, we found out that basically he was born a sorcerer, and then he very briefly dabbled in a pact, and then decided to just study magic.
Yeah.
I will just let you know, I've just looked at Bumpkin's notes. Sorry, I'm just making the assumption they're Bumpkins at this point. But I'm pretty sure they're Bumpkins. You have made a deal with the devil, and then put Barathon. He made a deal with a golden dragon. So you may wish to correct that. Golden dragon, not a devil. To access knowledge. Basically, he was in the pursuit of living forever, right? So he started off as a sorcerer, a wild magic sorcerer, you found out. Subsequently made a deal with a golden dragon, which would have been a celestial pact. And then later on, studied to be a wizard. You found out that, and then you asked him about you living forever, right? To which he told you what?
Oh, he was so annoying about it. He was like, well, there's a potion of longevity, but it doesn't really, keep your body safe. And there's lichdom, but you kind of, have to do evil things and kind of die in the process.
He said it's not truly a life. Yes.
Yes. And that there's not really a way to keep yourself, immune from damage, really. To which I said, poppycock, and walked away.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, he just said, get more powerful, learn more, study hard, and eventually you may be something. That was his sort of mission, which William was like, I was looking for a shortcut, get out of here. And then you decided that you wanted to leave. How did that go for you?
Oh, horribly. As per, I went upstairs and I basically had to scoop everyone up and be like, we need to leave. We shouldn't trust this guy. All of his exes say he's crazy. We should probably listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
To which everyone else was like,
maybe.
Oh, no.
In the meantime, Dinari, Zadocus had a little chat with you about Ben. What was his thought?
All of this chitin stuff is a response, like a defense mechanism to some sort of impending something.
Yeah, impending doom. Yep. And he said that if Ben shielded just himself, he'd be fine, but if he tried to shield his hive, he would die. And he said his only way of preventing that would be cutting his connection to his magic. But he wouldn't fix it up again afterwards. Then Nor was summoned, brought up to speed, and you guys had a chat with Nor, and there was a whole lot of to and froing and throwing and toing. And there was some more fishing downstairs, at which point Weary gained a permanent +3 hit points, was it? Which is always good.
Yeah.
Like that.
Also, Anivari got a strange sensation of also wanting to fish.
Yes. What did you fish up, Anivari? Anything interesting?
Fished up an atlas ring.
You did fish up an atlas ring that didn't benefit anyone at all.
And a fish, which I thought I made note of, but I don't see. A Gerstapel.
A Gestapo?
I fish. Yep. Gerstapel.
Do we know what that does?
It's a poisonous fish.
Oh, just a poisonous.
Yeah.
It was
poison.
It was a fish that could make a poison. Yes. Yes, another tab. I
thought you said the Gestapo for a second. I'm thinking, oh, we don't want them.
I fished up the Gestapo.
No, it's like Gerstepel. There you go. Then you guys had... Yeah, it was me that made an absolute cockwallop of it. Anyway, you then decided to sell a soul coin to Zadocus, and then you had a chat about him with him. What did he reveal about the soul coin?
That it was a soul coin.
Yeah, that it was a soul
Namely.
coin.
Yeah, we didn't know that before.
Yeah. He gave details.
He said that it was good currency for the Hells, and that he could buy it from us, right?
Yeah, so that he could then use it to purchase from the Hells some ingredients that would be otherwise a nightmare to get hold of. Yeah. To which Weary said, "No, I'm going to attune to it and have a chat with the lady." Tell us about her, Weary. What was she? Who was she, and what was she like?
Her name's Reba. She's a pirate. She was a pirate.
Yep.
And she got. Did she get swindled by a devil?
No, she went to Barathan, the devil under the mountain.
That's right. Yeah.
To get power to make a deal, and then when she didn't like the terms, she refused it, and he put her in a soul coin.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because he was going to take her little sister or something like that.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It was innocent and nice.
Yeah, and she was like, "Nah, fuck that," and I respect that. So I was like, "Nah, well, what do you want me to do with you, Reba in the coin?" And she was like, "Just keep me around and tell me stories." And I was like, "Yeah, fine."
Create use of an attunement slot. I'm in. Was Weary's response, to which Zadocus was pretty annoyed. Really, wasn't he? But then you guys wanted to leave, and he was like, "No, why?"
Because he's still hung up on his ex, and he's just gagging for her attention. So he's like, if you stay here for several days, she'll have to come and see what's happening, and then I can find out why she's interested in you, because I'm so obsessed with her. Because like all of his exes said, he's crazy.
Yeah. It's definitely one way of putting it. Okay. And then, with all that in mind, you decide that you would stay, but there was a...
Feet, right?
Exactly that. Why 100 feet?
Because that's in his radius.
It's in his bubble.
Of his tower.
Bubble.
Yes.
Yes. What does the bubble do?
Prevent her from seeing us.
Yes, exactly that. Cool. With all that in mind, you guys stayed. William sang Ragnar the Red. Anivari turned into Jin to walk back through the door, to which Dinari apologized. For which Dinari apologized? Ish, kind of.
Complimented her horns.
Yes, that did happen. There was a horny compliment.
Such a good interaction.
It was a great little story. It was a great story. It was a great little conversation. And then that was about it, really. Nothing else happened, I don't think, in the session before bedtime, did it? No, great. And then the dream. Sorry, other than Williams, what? Sorry.
His little concert sesh.
Yeah, right. And I think we will have the dream again before we proceed, just so that we have a real full concept of everything that happened in it. Just a little reminder for everyone. I was about to read you something very different. That would have been very bad, because that's the future, like quite a long way in the future. Let's return to the thing that I was trying to say. The dream started with a patch of darkness, a view of the constellation of Vela, and it happened to both Dinari and William. Both of you heard a quiet voice, but with resolution in its tone. The crown will be restored. You both stand waiting at the counter in the kitchen. As you look to your left or right, you see each other waiting, unsure why you were there, but unable to speak to each other or even really make eye contact. Instead, your focus is taken across the counter, where a beautiful elven woman is in the kitchen, her platinum blonde hair curled into ringlets cascading down her side. She meets your eyes with her ice blue gaze. Don't worry, it won't take long. It's all nearly ready. Before her are 3 jars, each containing something different. One bright red flame, one black ink swirls, and the final one a silver mist. All 3 sort of move on their own accord, and as you look up to her, you notice that there is a gaping hole where her heart should be. In the space, a small green snake and asp curls around a single red rose. Although you're in the kitchen, you suddenly feel the patter of rain upon your shoulders. It feels heavy. As you turn and look up, the kitchen is forgotten as it's raining blood from the sky. And then you see extending above you a thin shell of shiny black chitin, extending above you for miles in either direction, sheltering you. And it is there that you awake, wet and clammy, and hear, almost like a whisper in the wind, the return is inevitable. And I believe we stopped right the hell there. So right the hell there.
What did you say was whispering us?
A thin shell of chitin, the black material that is growing on Ben and growing on Princess, and thematicness. Yes, he's got the pipe again. He's piping in the kitchen, and indeed we will reverse there in a second. But before we do, William and Dinari, you both wake up and you know that each other was in the dream. Do either of you seek company or conversation, or do you just sort of go, oh, fucking hell, what was that about, and go back to sleep?
I mean, I think I would wait until the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
I'll be waiting.
So we will reverse back about 4.5 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, to the smoking room, where Weary is enjoying a good pipe, and Zadicus is smoking a long, thick cigar. And Weary, he tells some tales to you of his times. He says traveling on the ocean, and as he tells you, as he says it in that sort of tone, you get the impression that he wasn't using a boat. He sort of speaks about his different adventures upon the ocean. He speaks of a leviathan so large it was oft mistaken for an island. He talks about the sea dragon turtle. He tells tale of a friend who was lost to a kraken, of whom they were trying to extract some ink like a squid. And he asks you to regale him on some of your tales of the sea, including, I think I did ask you back then, how you came by Tim the Cantankerous. I've titled him oddly, which you told him. But I wonder, after a bit of tale telling, Is there anything specific Nor would like to... Nor? Wow. You've just gained a lot of levels, if that's the case. Weary, is there anything specific Weary would like to ask? Zadicus, as you chill in the smoking room, just the two of you.
I think I finished smoking and I tap out my pipe.
Okay.
Yeah. Mate, you have a fair number of us spooked here. You've got you're a very powerful individual, and particularly one of us is untrustworthy. And even though I know you know, you can find that out, can't you?
Do you mean one of your lot can't be trusted, or one of you lot doesn't trust him?
No, one of our lot doesn't trust him.
Right, okay, so yeah, cool. That, okay, he will sort of nod to that. He already knows that, sorry. Yes, I was a little confused.
Yep, sorry.
He looks at you. You're going somewhere with us, I assume?
Sort of making a bit of a point that we're not toys to be played with. I know that might be hard for you to understand, but we're people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing my best to hopefully what I assume is making an example that you don't mean us harm, because if you did, it wouldn't be much for you to harm us.
Indeed.
So I'm just making the assumption that we are somewhat safe from you.
Oh, you're as safe as you ever could be. This is the safest place in the world for you. 'Tis interesting that you raise the point that you are not toys, and yet you let yourself get manipulated and played with quite aptly by the lovely Seraphina. You are her toys, not mine? Is that your point?
No, I just think you'll want to maybe listen a bit more than her.
She would be delighted to hear that. She prides herself on always listening and insists that I don't listen enough. But perhaps you are right. We are, after all, having a conversation. An open-minded, thought-provoking conversation.
I think one of the clear... Yeah?
I have no intention of harming you. As I said, you could not be safer than you are here. However, I suppose, although I said I would not employ you as pawns, I am in some ways using you to my own ends. However, I did offer a fair deal for it. Which is more than she can say, trickery and manipulation. You stay and I will further your education, provide endless entertainment, and give our little Anivari that snippet of information she is so desperate for.
And we appreciate that.
Mutually beneficial, I believe. The exact opposite of what they say, a deal made with a witch. Or a devil.
Yeah, see. That's the thing, though. That's what makes us not pawns.
Oh.
It's not just about being comfortable and gaining more power. I think most of us in our little group want to try and help.
Yeah, well, some of us are that way inclined. He says that with a little bit of derision, though he is trying to be friendly right now.
So I don't know whether you understand that or not.
Well, I well understand that you want to help. Not always the best equipped people to do so, but It's the trying that matters, I suppose.
Exactly.
You're not hoping I'm going to have a sudden change of heart and become benevolent, are you?
No.
Good,
Just
because I
that
really don't
you
have the
are
time
well
for that.
aware. Just so you are well aware of our positions.
Oh, indeed. I may have seemed to be a little lackadaisical in my attentions to you, but trust me, I have, how do they say it, done my research, worked it out. I think that some of your choices for helping are utterly bizarre, but you make your choices nonetheless. I would have thought that you would seek the easiest way to help the most people, not the most roundabout way of helping the people that least deserve it. But your choices are your own, I suppose. I can't.
The words that you use sometimes. Words that you use sometimes, mate. Are saying things like that as a matter of fact. Who are you to determine who needs help the most?
Oh, I did not say needs. I said deserves.
Well, who are you to determine who deserves the most help?
Well, anybody with half a brain cell and more than one limb can determine that Reba the pirate is far less deserving than those, young families turfed out of their homes in Durban to benefit the pirate trade. Or, those young children snapped up by Anivari's assassin training guild, or forced into a life of indoctrination, are far more deserving than a pirate, a murderess, and a thief who seek to deal with the devil and then tried to back out. At least, that is one's not so humble and entirely correct opinion. Opinion, not opinion, sorry.
So are you suggesting that if we were to hand over Reba and you were to do as you want with her or whatever that means, that would lead to the benefit of those who are how should I put it? Those that have been subject to malice and
I would moot
pirate,
that handing one family turned out from the pirate takeover in Durban, the 150 gold I was offering you would be a better use of your personal time and assets. But, as I said, you make your choices, and I assume that part of your makeup is that nobody else is going to help this Reba. Which I suppose qualifies it as a reason for you to do it. I cannot say that I understand it. I would have thought, especially given your past, that a murderous pirate was low down on the list of people you wish to assist.
Maybe I'm hoping somebody would do the same in my situation, mate.
You are no murderous pirate.
People aren't born evil, mate. At least that's what I believe.
No, I would argue that Reba quite purposely sought out becoming evil, and with her whole heart. You, however, deeds or not so evil. But whilst I am vastly intelligent and knowledgeable in most places, the matters of the heart is not one of them. So, if you've discovered a desire to assist this Reba in her entertainment, who is Atticus to stop you?
Just got one last question.
Yes.
Why are you still so infatuated with that witch?
Infatuated. The
personal question, I know.
That matters not. The definition, I believe, is to be in love, obsessed, in need of, in desire of. Yes, one of those things. Is that what we mean by infatuated?
Yeah, I guess so.
I would rebuke that thought and say she's quite like my fishing lake. I have it because I enjoy it greatly. It entertains. It passes the time. It is a great diversion sometimes from the depths of magical studies that I engage in, and she keeps me sharp, as does the fishing lake occasionally. I apologize, but I don't think she is the object of desire for me that you perceive her. She is merely thoroughly entertaining. I believe the fact that I thought her thoroughly entertaining, not an object of love and desire, is the very reason that she turfed me out of her home.
Yeah, I'm beginning to understand why she did that.
It is unfortunate, but I can only do the things I am capable of, no matter how hard I try to do more. Isn't that ironic for a wizard? Have you ever been in love, Weary?
Once. A long, long time ago, mate. Maybe not so long for you, though.
Tell me, what did it feel like?
Felt like I was flying. Felt like that I would give every part of me to make sure that that other person would have anything they desire or anything they want or love themselves, and that I would devote myself to that person for the rest of my life.
And how did it feel when you saw them, or touched them?
Made my heart race. Made me quiver with anticipation and excitement. But in very much a good way.
That sounds wholly inconvenient. Slightly akin to reading a good book.
Well, I say that that's very sad if you've never felt true love.
Well, I have had the wonderful opportunity to experience so much else. I suppose I can't complain. Do you love this Reba?
No.
No.
I don't know if I love her. But there's a sense of self-identity in her. Of self-personification. A little bit of camaraderie. And pity and empathy.
Those all things all make sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you were only in love once, quite a long time ago. So you are not in love with William?
He's a bit too young for me, mate.
And yet you lay down your health, your life, your freedom almost, in some ways, to Serafina to save his. Even when he wouldn't take the deal for himself. With his odd behavior, don't you think?
Well, I'm a bit of a... maybe a self-righteous father figure, I guess, that I feel towards the young'uns here. maybe even grandfather. If we're going that old. But I think I'm just trying to do the right thing at the end of the day. And it's pretty much that simple.
Seraphina's thoughts aside, I can perhaps not see what she finds so interesting in you, but you are certainly amusing. Unusual person. Do you look forward to dying?
Might be an interesting adventure.
No, it's the end of life.
I don't know.
Oh. Sorry to disappoint. Are you hoping to die soon?
I'm not really too worried about it. You sort of see, I think that's the difference between you and mortals. I think we get to the point where if we've outlived chance of death, we grow to accept true death.
So you wouldn't want to extend your years? Your companion, William, seeks to escape death completely. Do you seek to extend your years naturally? Or unnaturally, I suppose.
No, I don't think I would.
Fascinating. I do not demand this of you, Weary, but it would please me greatly if we could converse each evening while you are here. Your outlook on life is difficult to comprehend. And I do love to learn.
We can do that.
Where did you get that cottage?
I don't know. Memory bloody betrays me. You have to ask one of the others.
You're not as tactless as you let on. Well. Oh, I believe we are about to be interrupted. Come in, Katie. And as he says that, a bright silver tressim. So like that, but with silver fur. In a Roll20 chat. A winged cat, if you will, comes flying in. She's only about sort of like cat size. She comes flying in and lands on the table between you and he. And he puts an idle hand on her shoulder. Katie, this is Weary. Weary, Katie.
Hello.
She looks over at you and yes, he does rather. But, why did you greet him with a hello, at least? And then you just hear, fine, hello, in your mind.
Okay.
The bird is yours?
Yes.
Interesting. He thinks you are his. You can leave now.
I'd probably agree with him. All right. I can leave.
And Zadaka sort of, please don't be put out by Katie's rudeness. Before you head to bed, William, perhaps a treat you haven't tried. And he sort of lets out a little click, and one of those little tuxedos comes over with a tray bearing 2 cups large, thick mugs of hot, steaming cocoa. This is something that you probably haven't had in this world. It's quite rare in the Archipelago unless you're in South Endreach.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it though.
This is a delicacy I most enjoy before bed. Please enjoy. I must aid Katie in a matter of alchemy, but I bid you a good night, and I hope you enjoy the room. Ah, the room, yes. Just ask one of these fellows. They'll take you along to it. There's a couple of choices.
Yeah, no worries. What? That's what that tastes like?
Sweet, but spiced, but nice.
That's incredible. Yeah. Good night.
Night. He will leave you in the smoking room to idly enjoy your evening with your cocoa and pipe. It's already about 10:30 at night, and you do have a level of exhaustion, so I'm assuming you'd like to get to bed fairly soon.
Yeah, I do.
The tuxedo will show you to two options. First is the room he described to you. There is a hammock hanging on the ceiling, upside. Well, technically it's on the walls, but it's curved the wrong way, if you will, like a parachute. And all of the furniture is on the ceiling. The gentleman will explain that if you just head on in, you'll be up the right way, so to speak, or the wrong way. The other option is the ballroom. I can show you that too if you'd like to make a choice between the two.
Yeah, probably not going to go with this one because my stomach's feeling weird after that cocoa.
Very well. Perhaps the bowl will suit you better. And he'll take you to a room that is richly acquainted, but you don't see a bed. You see, a lovely paired sofas, a large armoire, and then you notice that there's a little rim. And as you head into the room and you look over, there is a bowl. This bowl is positively filled with like sort of a mattress surface, and then countless blankets and thick, soft feather-like duvets and pillows and cushions and silks, and you can just sort of bury yourself in them. There is a small rope of climbing that goes down into the bowl. If you hold it, it will pull you back up out of it, as and when you wish. If you're taking this room, sir, I bid you good eve.
Good evening, or good night.
Yeah, it's like a conversation bit, but it doesn't go like... It's not walls, it is literally just curved. The whole thing is like a big cereal bowl of blankets and duvet and mattress. It looks very comfortable.
Dive in.
Yeah. You do, and it's sort of... You hit in and like there's a little... it feels like you've sort of been absorbed into a cloud. Within moments, you are fast asleep. You may deal out your exhaustion card.
Beautiful.
And during that time, you will dream of fishing upon the lake. It is peaceful, and you don't remember anything that you catch. You could lose 3 levels of exhaustion in this room. And when you wake up, you will have advantage on the first roll you make in the day.
No.
Whenever that is, even if it's 2 minutes to midnight the following evening. Yeah, we shall resume at breakfast. Breakfast. As Dinari and William both come down to the kitchen, prior to Anivari coming down, you will see the kitchen is hard at work, producing breakfast pastries. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think we might have established already that that I tend to wake up slightly before William does.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah, like
Both of you will rise sort of
to
at the
kitchen.
crack of dawn today. You don't feel rested at all.
Oh joy. But I guess as you were coming into the kitchen, there's already just like a pair of eyes that is just like locked onto the door waiting for you to come down.
Where is the rest of Dinari? I'm joking. You said there's a pair of eyes. I said, where's the rest of Dinari? Yeah, as you...
she
as
didn't
you
render in properly.
William, lock eyes.
Yeah, as I turned the corner, I stopped dead in my tracks. That's just staring straight through me. Morning.
I'm giving a look of like we both know what happened, right? It's not just I saw you in my dream. It's like a look of like, you saw that shit too?
I like deep sigh and sit down at the table. Yes, I had that dream too.
Okay, what the fuck was that about? Question, actually, as a point, another question. The description that we have of that woman with the gaping hole over her chest, does that match descriptions of like what Vela, the goddess, is meant to look like? Or is it just like, we saw her constellation and saw just like another person?
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Absolutely not. You would know that Vela is depicted as a very buxom woman. She has hair of grass. She has a body of sort of fruit and vegetables and grass and earth and all things natural. She is as far from an ice-cold elf with a stylized hairstyle as anything has ever been. Yes, and certainly no aspen rose in her cavernous chest. I will say that you got a sense of foreboding or not goodness from the elven woman.
Yeah, I guess that go back to, I'll still let that question hang in the air of like, what the fuck was all that? With the imagery and the random lady and the chitin and the blood. And it's like,
I think it was probably kind of end of the world kind of dealio, probably. I mean, I'm no soothsayer, but I think blood that rains down upon us isn't exactly the coming of an angel.
I was hoping to get more answers from Mr. Shadow Incarnate himself.
I am no worshipper of gods. If you'd like to speak to a designated cleric, please go into the Madman's Tower and ask him yourself.
Yeah, we'll do it eventually, but... what are you wearing? As you get down the kitchen. It's like, quick question. Another thought.
He is probably wearing a slightly baggy white tunic, and he's probably got boxers on, but you can't see because of the baggy top, and that's probably it.
Okay. Yeah, I think as there's a lull in the conversation, then the head just like ducks underneath the table to take a look at the legs. I'm checking for chitin.
My goodness. Do you mind I like bang a couple of times on the table?
No,
my
this
eyes
is
are
important.
appear.
Yeah, geez,
What is
I'm not
important?
looking for your eyes.
What are you looking for then?
The weird chitin stuff that Ben had.
Why would I have
think
that?
I don't know. Why are we having these crazy dreams?
Well, if that's how you want to do it, please strip, and we'll double check you. Yeah, that's what I thought. I pick up a tar and begin munching on it.
Fine, just... I'll do it in the privacy of my own room. Just you also make sure that you're good.
Very well, I will do so. But in the meantime, I don't think there's anything we can do about it. So maybe we should just wait until it happens, whatever it is. Or we could do what I suggested from the start and leave. Let's go find another island. Maybe one in the Archipelago.
And like I said before, you go right on ahead. If you want to go on a weird cross-continental journey.
No, the point is that we escape doom, not just I. But please, if you want to stay here while it rains blood upon us, and women with hearts missing in their chest, jars of who knows what, I guess we can stay. Though if you ask me, we might as well be shacking up with the witch at that point.
It's not that I don't want to escape this. It's just maybe there's just things that are keeping me here.
Like what?
I'd rather stay on the continent.
As you say things that are keeping you here, that is when Anivari you may enter if you wish. Alternatively, you can make a stealth.
Stripping section.
No, alternatively you can.
You can look over.
You can make a stealth roll and eavesdrop from the outside. Also a valid option.
Nah, I'll just come in.
Yeah. Just say something's keeping me here.
You guys look oddly tense for the morning.
Oh, I was just about to find out some very interesting information. Please. Dinari,
Not like
continue.
we're weirdly
There's
tense
something-
because there's like chitin on my back or something that I can't see.
What?
Will you please tell her the only thing on her back is her clothes?
Are you worried about that? Like, for real?
Well, maybe. I don't know. William, I had a bit of an odd dream last night, and it seems like it's still tied into the fact that we saw that constellation in Ben's room.
You both had the same dream?
I didn't hash out all the details, but yeah,
Well,
I saw him, he saw me.
But that's really neither here nor there. You were saying there's something keeping you here. What is that something?
Okay, I'll get to you in a second. Let's hash out some important details first.
Very well.
I'm kind of a little more concerned. But yeah, there
That's
was...
not the same. You saw each other.
Yeah.
So not the same dream. I mean, it is the same dream, but it's a shared dream.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, wait. Like, what am I thinking about right now? See if there's still a mental connection.
I mean, could I do that with my divination?
No, Joshua, you cannot attempt to cheat that out.
Oh, that'd be so great.
At least not without her
Oh,
noticing.
man. Yeah.
I just look like I'm intensely focusing right now. Just, you know, like,
I'm not
looking
reading
at-
your mind.
okay, good. I just wanted to know if the connection lasted. Look, this magic shit is just this shit's crazy, okay? I don't like it.
What makes you think this is magic?
Because this
What makes
is
you think
so
a shared
far
dream
out of
isn't?
my range. Yeah, excuse me. I have never had any sort of experience with magic like this before. The fact that this
Well,
is
just
happening
'cause
is not a coincidence.
It might not be magic, it might just be supernatural.
Look, to someone who doesn't cast magic from their fingertips, it's the same shit to me. I don't care what you call it.
Oh, well, I'm telling you, it might not be.
Okay. From my perspective, it's all the same. It's all this fuckery I don't enjoy.
What exactly would the difference be in that case?
Well, for example, there are people, creatures, who can innately read minds. That's not particularly magic per se, but it is a power.
You'd say that's not magical?
No. There's no incantation, there's no spell, there's no casting, there's no ritual.
I guess. Dinari, you're really thinking that there might be a possibility that the two of you could somehow get what Ben has.
Well, that's my major concern, yeah.
He wasn't Ben doing that himself.
You know, it may not be rational, but I mean, it's still a fear. Fine. Who knows? Maybe he unexpectedly, not even consciously, but somehow is you know, including us in this bubble. I'm just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. Okay?
I mean, you did both see that while we were in Ben's room, and you did now both see this, so maybe it's sort of
Yeah,
prudent to
and
check.
you didn't have that dream too, right?
No, I was writing a treatise.
Oh.
In your dream?
To be fair, I did say that is likely.
There was
what
something
Anivari's
about
dream.
bluegrass music. I don't know.
Oh, bluegrass music! I like that.
In a field of banjos.
Alright, so now that we've discussed the very nature of magic, Dinari,
Yes.
what's keeping you here?
It's no secret. I've got a new family back home.
No. Well, that's not very exciting.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. What were you expecting?
Well, I think if Doom was gonna come upon this continent and we had an opportunity to leave, you'd just tell your family and they'd leave with you. Not you'd stay here and endure the doom just because your family's here.
If you went to your mother, William, and said that there was doom on the continent, do you think she would
this
leave?
is way different. I wouldn't tell my mother such a thing. She is the doom on this continent.
Oh my god.
It's just a metaphor.
Sure, but the difference is that Dinari is saying that she's here because of her family, that she wouldn't leave because of that. I don't have that issue.
I think when you call it an issue, tone changes quite a bit. Very much not happy with this conversation anymore.
I don't think having people you care about is an issue.
No, I don't mean that that's an issue. I mean, I just don't think it particularly makes sense if an area is in danger and you don't want to leave that area because you have people you care about who are in that area. Surely the logical thing to do is take the people you care about and take them away from that area. Surely the illogical thing to do is just to stay in that area just because the people you care about are in that area when you have an option to leave.
But what if you know about the danger and there's a chance you might be able to find something to stop it? Are you just going to leave and let everybody else rot?
You can't warn everyone. You know, it's like what they say. It's like what they say when you go like scuba diving with friends and family. You have to put the cap of water breathing on yourself first before you put it on the baby.
Babies are going in the ocean with water breathing, William.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure someone somewhere out there is. There's millions of people.
Oh, come on. You had the opportunity to hit her back with it. It's just a metaphor.
That's volume 2 of Aiden's Travels.
Yes.
Should we probably head to the Wizard Tower and see if Weary shared your dream?
Sure. Maybe Dinari could also strip him down and check him for the stuff in his back, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you guys heading to the tower?
Yeah, I'll
Can
grab
I change my dream?
You can dream of whatever you like, apart from having the same dream.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. You guys head to the tower. You will hear singing coming from within. It is fairly terrible and very happy. It's like a drunk 25-year-old gay man trying to sing Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive whilst holding a cocktail in his other hand.
That is oddly specific. Happy birthday, James, by the way.
That's pretty much what he is right now. Yes, it is very clear to you that it is Zadicus. And he is sort of flitting around. He's as you look up, you will see he's on the balcony area, and he's sort of dancing about. He seems to be alone. He seems very chipper. The three of you arrive. You may do things.
I guess we just go in. Go inside.
Yeah, I think once we get sight of him on the tower, I'll just scream up, "Is your alchemy room available?"
Oh no, he's inside. It is. I assumed that when you guys got there, there was like an opening area as soon as you got there that you could enter through. Don't know. He's inside, just chilling and singing inside.
Like we can see him in there, or is he?
Yeah,
like,
as you look up, he's on one of those. He's on the round balcony that he looked down at William from before, just singing his heart out. First, I was afraid.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. You know?
Yeah, no, I'll yell over the singing. I was just asking about the alchemy.
Yes.
Good. Show me where it is.
He will step off the balcony and gently float down to you. So, why, I'll take you myself. Good morning, one and all. Did we have a wonderful night's sleep?
Yeah, it was great.
You were lying. Should have borrowed a room. He smiles and, come on then, to the alchemy room. He's wearing a bright yellow gaudy robe with like a green and blue embellishment on it. And he leads you over to a wall in the library, which sort of like is in between two bookshelves. And he goes, "Will you tap this one, 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 and this one?" And he taps like 8 stones in a row. And then you just push. And as he pushes, the door will give way. And you will see a huge alchemy chamber. Inside here is a cauldron that's about 4.5 foot in height, about 8 foot wide. You see a few small cauldrons dotted around the room, some stations, loads of jars of all sorts of herbs and ingredients and unusual things in preserved jars, and a couple of books, but only 1 or 2, lay open on different sides. And sitting in the corner is the Tressim. As you come in, she sort of goes, gets up and flies straight past you, sort of barging out the room. Sorry, that's Katie. She's not feeling particularly polite today. You may use the chamber.
Thank you. Could you tell us where Weary is as well?
I believe he's in the ballroom. Would you like me to have him fetched?
Yes, please.
We could convene in the breakfast area for some breakfasting. It's about that time, is it not?
I already ate.
A disappointment. We have 8-way eggs available this morning. Well, I'm sure Weary will enjoy it. You don't want to speak with me and Weary, do you? Just Weary. Never mind, I'll go fishing. And he will head off. As he walks past, he sees one of the tuxedos and goes, "You there! Get Weary. Tell him to join them in the parlour downstairs." And sure enough, Weary, moments later. Sir, your presence is required by your friends in the parlour. Sir! Oh, mate! Sorry, that's my mistake. He would never have said sir.
It's all good. I grab the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Just get...
Yep, dragged out. Give me a perception check.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is with advantage. Sorry.
I don't think it is it? Oh yes, it's your first roll
of the
day.
Day.
Cool. Yeah, sorry, someone else has advantage on perception checks for a day or so.
Yeah.
I think that might be Drathnor.
That's an 11.
Okay.
I'll throw a card on it.
Oh great, yeah, throw a card.
Because I have so many.
Let's use them. Know thyself, know thy enemy. Did you see what's coming? That's the real question. A D4.
With a 4, so that's a 15.
Yeah, you catch sight of a pool of water that the rope is pulling you towards. It somewhat resembles a bath, but is a bit more natural looking.
Okay.
You can let go and get off the ride, or you can be dragged all the way into the morning bath.
No, I remember. I think I put 2 and 2 together, and I remember that everyone was happy when I had a bath, and I want to make everyone happy right now, so I had the bath.
Yep. Soon enough, as soon as you're in the water, different implements start rising. Scented oils, various scrubbing brushes and all sorts else begin to sort of veritably attack you. At one point, the scrubbing brush sort of pushes your head under the water 4 or 5 times, like you're being waterboarded. And then a little bit later, 2 brushes sort of go down under your feet and start launching you out, where a large towel will wrap you aggressively and attempt to suffocate you in softness. A brush gives up fairly quickly on your hair. And then a tunic sort of very excitedly waves itself at you at the side of the room.
Yeah, go and put on the tunic.
You go and it puts it on you. It just sort of climbs onto you in full, and the sleeves sort of pull out and then ping back into place. Are you ready, mate?
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Wonderful.
Coming.
8 eggs for breakfast, according to Zadicus. He says you'll enjoy it.
No. I don't know why he thinks no eggs for me, mate. I'm good.
No eggs it is. 8 eggs is not much of a breakfast without any eggs. Would you care for something else instead?
Dark ale and hardtack.
Right, a sailor's breakfast 'tis, my mate. And with that, the door will be left slightly ajar. And if you come out, there is just a single fork just pointing the way. It sort of gestures a little further. And indeed, if you head down to the parlour, you will find Anivari and William sat in 2 very large, high-backed chairs. And a very insistent pot of tea is constantly nudging Anivari's elbow.
Where's Dinari?
That's it to you guys.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh my god, are you alright?
Yeah. She's in the alchemist room.
Oh, okay. You alright? How'd you go? How'd you go out there?
Me and Dinari had a peculiar dream that we shared last night.
Like you had the same dream?
Yeah, and we saw each other in the dream.
You saw each other in the dream? And
yeah, I waved, she didn't, it was awkward.
So you had the same dream, and you did what you both did in the dream, and the other person saw the other person doing the same thing and having the same experience. That's bloody weird, mate.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't really us that was the focus. The focus was more so this woman talking about something coming that was inevitable.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. Is this one of those conversations I shouldn't be listening to? A voice comes.
Is there a conversation that you can't listen to in this tower?
Can't? No. Shouldn't? Yes, maybe. I don't know. You tell me.
Are you a horrible eavesdropper?
That's not a very nice way of putting it. I couldn't help but hear the phrase shared dream.
You couldn't help because you was listening?
Yes. This voice is coming from a long, long way away as well, just to make this conversation even more. Oh, good. I thought you'd never ask. With that, he arrives in the spare seat, sits down, and looks to the teapot and goes, "Stop doing that. Pour me a cup." And it stops bumping Anivari's arm, pours a cup, and then goes and sits on a table.
I just mutter under my breath, "Mensa preserve me."
Did you? Oh, Mensa indeed. Did you? Please continue your conversation as if I was never gone, or here, or whichever makes you more comfortable.
One can wish. It's fine, but, Anyways, basically, there was this woman who was missing a heart, and she was talking about something or someone returning, that there was no way to stop it. She was missing a heart, and then there was 3 jars. One that had some kind of flame in it, one that kind of had a black spirally thing, and one that had silver mist. And then it rained blood upon us.
Did what now?
As in the sky rained blood upon us. And then we promptly woke up. It's kind of hard to remember all the details. You know when you have a dream and then as soon as you wake up, you start forgetting it?
No.
Yeah, well.
Do you wish to share this dream with your friends? So they may see it too? You may say no, William, if you wish. I could...
How would you do so?
Well, we'd take your memory and we'd give it to them. Sharing, not... It's a potion. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just thought I would offer.
Well, maybe Dinari can share it when she comes back.
Very well.
It was the same dream after all.
You shared the same perspective, or you could see each other.
We could see each other. I waved, she did, and it was awkward.
Strange details your mind holds to. This woman, what did she look like?
She was tall, attractive, long black hair.
Blonde.
Blonde hair. And she was missing her heart facsimile.
Have you seen this woman before?
No.
As you say no, though, you do think maybe she did seem a little familiar. Give me a history check.
I'll use a card.
You may also give me this history check, although you're not downstairs. Yeah.
I'll use a D4.
Okay, what lies behind you, what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you, Mr. Memory.
Nice, 16.
And Dinari?
I'm going to pop a D4 into that one as well.
Cool. It's Inspiration Day, guys. Use them up.
Beep.
We should do that. We should have one session every, 20 sessions where all the inspirations are doubled. And splurge them. The outer world is a reflection of the inner world. Perception of them, perception of you. We've seen that one before. Very exciting. What was your history check?
14.
Okay. Both of you think back, and she did resemble Eamon's mother a little. It definitely wasn't the same woman, but there was a resemblance.
Who's Eamon?
Prince Eamon.
Prince.
Does that help?
Oh, right. Actually, now that you mention it, she did kind of resemble Prince Eamon's mother a little bit.
The Lady of Norvina. She is related to the Lady of the Woods. Not to be confused with the Witch of the Woods, by the way. She's the Lady of Nestre. Eveslin, down in the woods. She looks like this, and he will summon an image of her. Again, familiar, but not the same woman.
She looks familiar, but not the same woman.
Perhaps at this point you just think elves look alike.
Or perhaps they just have... Maybe there's just a different family member.
It is the oldest family in the land. Interesting. Shared dreams are very uncommon. They're normally the result of a divine phenomena. God sent, I'd say.
Well, as you know, we did share something prior, so I'm assuming that's the connection.
Ah, the image of the sky. Well, thank you for sharing. I'll be fishing. He disappears. He takes his cup but leaves his saucer.
Typical.
Leaving the three of you, William, Anivari, weary.
So that was that, basically. To answer your question, Mary.
Bloody hell. What did you dream of, Anivari?
We're decorating with some sort of stringed instruments.
That's nice.
What did you
How about
dream,
you?
Mary?
Just something about someone involved in my past. Doesn't matter. Anyway, well, we've got more time to kill. What do you want to do?
Fishing?
Love it.
What about you, William?
I am not fishing.
What do you want
Oh man. I am going to go back to the cottage.
Okay.
And I am going to retune my harp.
And spend some time looking after that. Dinari. This alchemy room is very wondrous. There is much in here that you do not understand or comprehend. But there are some bits you recognize. You see some ingredients that you're familiar with. There is an empty cauldron of a normal size usable, and the large cauldron is currently empty. What are you doing in said alchemy chamber?
I guess how much access do I have to any of the base materials that are here, if any?
You could
I
technically
got
take
some of my own.
anything out of any jar. None of them are labeled. But they're all available.
I think first point of order then would be to probably use up the last of the... let me see, what do I have in the pouch currently?
So anything you have, there is in the alchemy lab. So if
I'll just use up the last.
Okay, cool.
I'll use up the last of my stuff in like a better environment to try and make up the a next little batch of healing potions.
Okay. For each healing potion you would like to make, so that is each singular 0.1 pound of wild sage root and a fedra leaf. Make me an alchemy check, please.
Okay, that's 5 to what was alchemy again? +1. So I'm making 5 rolls to. I got 0.5 pounds of phaedra, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. All right. One of them's 20 total. Other one's a 15.
Yep.
We have an 18, an 8, and a 16.
Okay. You will get 5 regular common healing potions and 1 greater.
Sorry, 5 regular, 1...
Greater. The 18 gave you 2 commons in this particular cauldron. The 20 gave you a greater, and the other 3 were just regular passes.
Cool. I will change that inventory up. Actually, second order of business I was going to be doing is to try and see if I can ID some of the other materials, more specifically the ones that are used in potions of stamina.
Okay. So you recognize bloodgrass straight away. I can't remember what the other is. It mold flesh? It's not.
Emetic wax.
Medic wax. Yeah, you'd be able to identify those very easily. They're bottom shelf.
Okay.
There's loads of them. And you'll be quite annoyed by the fact that when you put your hand in, it's quite clearly an extra dimensional pouch. So there's probably way more in there. But yeah, you can take some and have at it.
Yeah, it's just... getting the hang of making it.
Okay. Give me 2 alchemy rolls. And we'll see how you get on with practicing.
Okay. Let's see. One's a 6, one's a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you do all right. We'll say you can have 5 regular potions of stamina. You don't achieve anything better than that. But with limitless ingredients, effectively, you can't, and a cauldron that doesn't really let you fail. You should be fine in here. After a little while, you hear a voice in your head. Do you know how much longer you'll be in here?
Till the end of the day. Ideally.
There is no response.
Do you need me? Oh, okay.
When you say, do you need me? Most definitely not, is the voice that comes back.
Good. It's just...
yes, you don't know who that is, but you know it's not the wizard or any of your friends.
Oh, that's... Wait a second, what?
Yeah, it is not any of those people. You did see a Tressim fly out of this room earlier.
Okay.
Yes, so that is what is communicating with you. It's her alchemy room that you are using, for the most part.
Okay.
She spends a lot of time in there. And yeah, she heads off.
You come back in here, I can make something aromatic for you.
I don't think I want any part of anything you're making.
Alrighty.
Whatever. And then after like a few more minutes, very quietly, the Tressim pads back into the room. Reaches up, flies, and looks down into your cauldron.
Were you the one talking in my head?
Yes.
Alrighty.
I suppose you're not completely incompetent.
I like to think I'm half decent.
I wouldn't go that far.
If anything, aromatics are more my specialty.
The Tressim sort of has clearly stopped listening to you, flies up to a higher shelf, and brings down a plant. And I would like to give you the full description of this, so I'm going to grab it up on the website. Yes. It's a bright red and pale green flower. It has the ability to ignite with a moderate application of friction, and can create theatrical sparks. But, most interestingly, the cat will come and toss it into your cauldron. And say, you should have that. Dragon's tongue. Give it a proper stir. Go on.
Oh, wow.
Vigorously now.
Yeah, I'll start taking instructions from the cat.
Do you do all your stirring manually?
For a second, there's a thought of like, well, how the hell else would you do? And then I'm like, fuck it.
The cat doesn't have hands, so quite clearly it doesn't do their stirring manually.
It's also got wings, so we got some magic shit going on.
Yes.
And also talking in the head.
Well, I suppose it keeps you fit. You do have a rather bulging pair of muscles. Muscles. She then goes back to completely ignoring you, and then yes, better. You may take 2 superior potions of stamina.
Ooh. Yay!
And if you don't already have that recipe, it is quite literally the standard stamina potion, but with dragon's tongue and stirred vigorously for 10 minutes. Real rapid.
Yeah, I've got that here.
Yeah, great.
Oh, never mind. That was the Supreme one. The Supreme one is 16 hours.
Yes. You would be at that for a while. She is not going to offer you Devil's Bloodleaf either. That is an incredibly expensive ingredient. Most often paid for with a soul coin.
If only we had one of those.
Only you had one of those.
I guess I'll keep that information though off the. That was not a thing on the spreadsheet originally.
The Devil's Bloodleaf. I think she will inform you that if we had Devil's Bloodleaf, or at least could spare it, then it probably would be a little more efficient. Have you made a potion of energy before?
I don't think. No. We got that from Whistle. I think.
So she will inform you that Ironwood Heart, Radiant Synth Seed, and Emetic Wax. So Radiant Synth Seed.
I'm probably going to need editing access to the spreadsheet.
Oh, yes, you most definitely
realized,
are.
yeah.
How do you not have that?
Yes,
How did I even do that? What is it called?
Dinari Alchemy. That's the point.
I believe you should now be able to edit it. You may need to refresh.
Yeah, let's see.
Yep, so an Ironwood Heart.
There we go.
Stirred over heat with 100 ml of distilled water. Yep. And that will make you a potion of energy. It is worth mentioning all of those ingredients are quite expensive. Well, not the emetic wax, but the other two.
Can I come back to the tower?
Yes, you can. You've strummed and tuned. I would say probably an hour or two pass. But while you're doing all that, I will take a D100, please, from our fishing fellows. We'll start with Weary.
$89.
That is not a small number.
No.
You fish up what appears to be a human finger. About 7 to 10 centimeters long when fully grown. And then you notice it has small fins. Greyish brown with a black streak on their back. In large batches, these false fingerlings make for great soup. Their blue-tinted fins and slightly earthier taste discerns them from otherwise. They make a very hearty stew. Basically, if you make a soup with these in them, your cooking score will revert to a 20. Not a nat 20, a dirty 20 in total. So you don't get to roll, but you're guaranteed a 20, which is 6 max hit points, should you ever need it.
I look at it and I go, ugh, and I chuck it back. I'm not eating the finger.
False fingering gone. What about you? I literally went through 5 names, none of which were your character's name. What about you, Anivari? I went through the full gamut from Karina to Kenna to pretty much anything else.
I feel like I might have rolled this last time. 66.
Devil comes out of the water. No, you did not. You fish out a compass. And no matter how many times you twist it, shake it, move it and make it, you know it's not pointing north. You have no idea where that's pointing.
Maybe it's like the one Jack Sparrow has and it points to what your heart truly desires.
Is it pointing toward the fishing pole?
No, it is pointing... Oh, I don't know. Hold on a second. I have to look at the map. It is pointing... No, wrong one. Northeast. There you go. Look at that.
Oh no, I know where that points.
Oh?
It points to a little town.
It points
that we
that way.
In very briefly.
That way.
Oh.
I don't know if the base of my point is at the tower.
I thought
have
you
the
was
blurry
going,
map.
like that way.
No. It points this way.
Oh.
It was north by northeast.
Point directly to our level, dude.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I know,
okay.
It is. It is going through the mountains.
Yeah, it's just going way up. Congratulations.
It's pointing to where William's going to settle down when the apocalypse comes.
Yeah. William, you return. You are greeted at the door. Welcome back, sir. Can I offer you something to drink, something to eat, perhaps some lunch?
No, thank you.
Very well.
I'm assuming this is one of the butlers, right? Yeah?
Yes, it's the tuxedo.
Yeah. Do you have some kind of training room?
What sort of training? Martial or magical?
magical.
Yes. Many. Do you wish for an opponent?
Ideally, I'd like it to be like the Danger Room in X-Men, but if that's not possible,
What's that?
then it's
Is that the simulation chamber?
Room. Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
What's a holodeck?
An opponent is a little like
In
that.
a holodeck.
Yeah, sure. I'll go for the opponent.
Yeah. When you're down there, there is a series of sort of different coloured opponents, and you are able to train down there. What sort of thing are you up to?
I'm just kind of not really practicing per se. I'm more so just trying to sharpen my blade, as it were. I'm just kind of trying to better myself for a fight.
Yeah. As you are doing that, the opponents, which is sort of these coloured spirits, dodge out the way, duck behind cover, use shield and mage armor, but they do not retaliate. They do not try to hurt you.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, there is an option to turn that on, but given that it is Zadicus's training room, I would probably avoid doing that. Because we might be saying goodbye to William very quickly.
Not again.
Yes, but well, I mean, there are levels obviously, and you could define them. But for now, yeah, you're training away downstairs. After an hour or so, Zadicus comes into the training room, watches for a minute or so, and heads out. Unless you stop him.
No, I'm probably too focused on what I'm doing. I probably don't notice I'm coming in.
Cool.
Too busy blasting bitches.
Is there anything specific that any of the four of you would like to do in the next 24 hours? Or in fact, even in the next 72?
I'd like to have a conversation with Anivari.
Great. You two are fishing together. Wow. What on earth was that word? You are fishing together. So there is plenty of time for idle chatter. Take it away.
So, child assassin.
Say what you think.
So, randomly fishing here, just out of the blue. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's awful, but it's also a bit kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's awful. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I wouldn't wish it upon anyone because like, I don't know the details, but like, I assume to get to that point, a lot of bad shit has to occur. Is that a good assumption? Yeah.
It's a good assumption. I don't know how bad being a pirate is, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I don't really know much about you and your kind, and I don't mean to alienate you when I say that, but
It's okay. I don't know anything about my kind either.
it must be hard.
I usually try not to think about it.
You want to ask some questions?
Go for it.
How old are you?
According to them, I was 5. I assume that's correct.
I don't know, I might be missing something. Are you 5 now? Or
He asked how old you are now, Anivari.
Oh, how old was I?
I was absolutely confused as well, Jack. Don't worry about it.
Let's see, 10, 20, 25.
25. Do you feel like you're still young and full of energy, or do you think things are starting to slow down?
I mean, I recently discovered I could imbue my sword with glowing light if I swung it hard enough. So it kind of feels like I'm just beginning.
I mean, yeah, but I recently realized that I can bloody heal people, which I thought was from one of the god's, wills. But I'm not sure about that anymore, and I'm not, I'm not too much of my prime anymore, mate.
I don't know. Kinda sounds like there's a lot of places we could go.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. In your body, in yourself, in your mind, in your spirit, you can sort of tell.
I will say that,
Unless you can't.
Anivari, I don't think you can. You don't feel old. But I'm not sure you feel young either.
I think mostly I just feel sort of a little bit tired all the time, but not that tired.
Mm. What how should I put this? How should I? It's hard to word things. But like and there's so many questions I want to ask, but there's so many of them that I don't want to ask because I respect you as a person.
You can ask whatever you want to ask. Can't promise to answer. You won't offend me.
How far back does your memory go?
I think I remember a little bit before. I've tried a long time not to remember the time during, which is about until I was 15. But there's memories there.
Is that when you escaped?
Yeah.
Who did you become after that?
Well, for a day or so, I'm kind of glad Dinari's mother, sort of. The tiefling I saw in the market.
So you've been
It
this
was very...
tiefling for that long?
No.
No?
That was just to escape. This is what I became after that.
Okay. It must be hard. Do you feel that there's a disconnection between who you portray yourself as and you as a person yourself?
I mean, this has been who I am for so long that... I mean, on the inside, I'm always the same person. I don't really know who I am, though, because everything keeps changing.
Do you have the desire to find out at all?
I mean, I don't even know what that would mean. I feel like I sort of am figuring out things about myself, and I'm learning. But I don't know if that makes me different than I was before, or just more of myself.
Yeah. I don't know if your mind can trick you into thinking and believing things you don't truly believe and think. But it's must be hard.
I just try to go one day at a time.
I think I can understand a little bit what that's like.
I won't ask you to tell me about your past unless you... If you want to talk about it, I'm here to listen. But
There's not
I
much
don't
left to
need...
tell, mate.
Well, offer's always open.
I think the only struggle I face in old age is how easy it was to be convinced to do the bad things that I did. Kind of weighs on your conscience when you get to the end of your life. Whether you feel worthy of love, deserving of love. Even though you want to love and be loved.
I think the point of love is that it's not deserved.
Might be inclined to disagree. But for what it's worth, I think I can get what you mean.
I think real, honest love is just given.
What do you love?
A treatise.
How'd you come to buy a tradie?
I stole him. Kind of.
Yeah, girl.
Fantastic. From someone who was like a bit of an asshole, I hope.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very much so.
That makes me feel good.
You know, I know Tim's cranky, but I bet he loves you. In his own way.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself at least.
We've got one. If I say that, do I get to roll a d100?
Why not? Why don't you both roll?
Okay.
But we are going to forward from there. Dinari, is there anything else you wanted to be doing? The Tressim will not teach you anymore, but will instead work near you and occasionally answer questions if pestered a lot.
Well, I think getting that, I got the extra recipe, I got the stamina potions made, I got the energy stuff.
Cool.
I guess like the rest of it would just be throwing a whole bunch of shit in a pot and see what comes back out.
Yeah. You can definitely do that. Roll me a D100 while you're at it. Well, where he's at it, and well. Do you want to roll a D100? Josh, what are you doing down there? Is there something you might... You can roll a D100, but it will have absolutely no effect whatsoever.
If I roll high, can I get the spell sniper feat?
No. But you can roll. Just to see if you might have got it if somebody was more generous. No. Dinari, what was your D100?
77.
I will tell you that you discover that Quicksilver Lichen is used in a potion of invisibility.
Oh.
But you don't discover what else is used in a potion of invisibility.
Cool. I'll make a note saying that there's more.
Yeah, exactly.
To that as well.
And in fact, the Tressim will tell you that Quicksilver Lichen is used in most potions that change the properties of the body. Diminution and growth, gaseous form, invisibility. Not much else like that. Anything that, alters the actual makeup of the body, Quicksilver Lichen is used in. Quicksilver Lichen spelled like that.
Yeah, I see the note about it being an invisibility potion is already on the list. The note I have about the property of Quicksilver Lichen is that it enhances toxins and body enhancement.
Yeah, so body enhancement is what she's talking about. But pretty much any potion you're ever going to use that's going to change the way your body works, she will mention with the exception of resistance potions, I think. I don't think they use that. But yeah, certainly more powerful effects. You would use Quicksilver Lichen. Cool. Alrighty. Well, Anivari, what was your D100?
86.
86. You find a fish that is gold with silver stripes. It smells good. It smells edible, very edible. Doesn't seem to have any other properties. Just looks like it might be really good to eat.
Adding to inventory, a yummy goldfish.
Yeah. You may, in fact, add gold with silver stripes and all of this stuff. I will stick it in Discord. And Jack, what did you roll?
Rolled a 74.
Oh, you done rolled the exact opposite. The hunger fish is long-mouthed, bloated, brown and grey stappled, and covered in green growths. It is a deeply ugly fish. When caught by anglers, it is almost always immediately thrown back. The meat of the hungerfish tastes so bad that it gained its name. It can't even be used to bulk up pig slop. Only somebody literally starving, hungering, would be desperately hungry enough to eat one. The hunger fish. Yeah, literally polar opposites. I'm assuming you're throwing yours back. Cool. We'll fast forward to the following day, if that's all right. And in the early evening, Anivari, I've lost his name. Zadicus would summon you to his seeing room at the very top of his tower. Anivari, you with us? On your way?
I keep thinking that you're saying Dinari.
Nope, Anivari. It is you that is wanted.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. He will look to you and say, I'm sorry to tell you that I haven't found out a huge amount more than I already knew. Well, I should put us on the map while I do this, because I'm going to mention lots of places. Don't worry about taking notes. I can repeat this afterwards and or paste it. Just stick it in your mind. He will say the guild that took you in, most commonly referred to as the Doves. They are a guild of assassins, as I'm sure you're aware. The bird theme seems to be a thing.
Yeah.
The contact I have for you is known as Osprey. She's a fairy. She will meet with you. I have made contact. You are to...
Still.
Go. Sorry?
You still with them? And she's willing to speak?
Somewhat. Truth be told, she was seeking an exit once. That is how she came to me. She's still with the guild. But you can make contact with her by booking a meeting at the People's Temple of the Constellation in Durban. Ask for an hour of guided prayer with an acolyte in the quiet chamber. And she will meet you. You may take your friends. We're less suspicious that way. She may have information on the guild. She is unwilling to share at a distance. I have a few other pieces of information for you, but I'm not sure how helpful they are. The guild's influence ranges from Stregrios to Ulthernu, from Voldar to Karaim, and across Illerich. Basically, this little square, rectangle object, excluding Kolovik. That is the extent of their influence, though, depending on who you ask, they're either based in Durban or Goldtown originally. Do you seek to free the trained children, or take down the guild houses, or seek out the guild masters, or a bit of everything?
I'd hoped to do a bit of everything, but they're a lot bigger than I knew.
There is a training house in Durban. I believe that Osprey will be able to tell you where that is. There may also be one in North Karaim, in the village you visited. I believe that their strength is in Durban or Goldtown. Should you pick apart those places, you might perhaps pick apart some of the guild. They are well defended. I could not spy on them, scry on them, or gain any information from them from a distance.
Then I don't suppose I will just be able to knock on the front door and go in, swords blazing.
Well, Osprey thinks that a small group of dedicated individuals may have some success, at least with the training house in Durban. I was able to gain one other piece of information, though I do not know how much use it is to you. There are 3 trainers, keepers, I think they call themselves, at the training house in Durban, Osprey says. She believes that 2 of them are known to you. One was a man that picked you out, and another one was one you trained with. Osprey says that you are known about, but that you and her did not meet.
I don't recall meeting a fairy.
Yeah. She knows about you, but did not meet you. But I'm assured that one that you trained with and one that picked you out are still at the training house in Durban. I'm sorry I don't have more. I did not expect them to be so competent. Should you have trouble after your meeting with Osprey, you may return to me. I will seek out more information if I may. But any more information will involve getting involved, well, will cause me to get involved personally. That is not something I'm particularly interested in doing.
Why not?
I have better things to do.
You've lived for centuries, and this
Millennia, actually.
blossomed around the world, and you just don't mind.
Well, they're not bothering me. A devil moved in mere 70 miles away. That didn't bother me much. I have seen the rise and fall of nations, and 1,000 guilds of this ilk. I understand your personal vendetta, but taking apart the guild will only cause a rise of some other form of assassination guild elsewhere. Hell, in Kalan, they have a whole organized system. Their influence is going global, so to speak. They may even be involved with this one.
I guess I just don't understand having so much ability to affect change and not using it.
Oh, I've effected incredible change in various places, but not with such boring things as people.
The Archipelago used to be one big landmass.
No, but the tethers. I did have a hand in those. Yes. I'm sure that the way I pass my time and my life is of little interest to you and much derision, but I personally have enjoyed it. And I intend to keep on doing so. Tell me, Anivari, why have you and Dinari not been to visit Astrium? Remind that Astrium is the city where Tieflings rule it. You seem to favour that form.
Speak for Dinari. Sure, but that doesn't mean I want to go.
Well, you'll just blend in with the scenery, isn't that the point of your life? Just not be noticed.
No, actually, it wasn't.
I thought you wanted to not be
I think
noticed.
something that if I could have chosen a different form if I wanted to not be noticed. I wanted people to want to not look at me.
I can understand that. And what then?
I live my life in peace, although that hasn't quite panned out the way I was thinking.
No, indeed. We're coming to the moment where Seraphina should get frustrated enough to bother me. But I think some of it has become obvious. All four of you are improbable.
You think she's this interested in us because we're all strange?
Yes. Certainly. I've had conversations with Weary each evening that have been completely fascinating. He has a perspective I cannot even begin to understand. All four of you are moving away from a past, but not really heading for any future. Seeking nothing specific and yet so many things all at once. Bond together through no reason other than circumstance and stay together for no reason other than convenience, and yet some of you are willing to lay down their lives for each other, and some of you are not. There's little in common between some of you and much in common between others, and there really is very little rhyme or reason or purpose to any of you. And adventuring groups set out to lay low the goblins of the wild, or, rid Endreach of monsters, or seek riches and plunder, or protect the downtrodden, or end slavery in Kalan. Many have tried and utterly failed. Non-adventurers spend time seeking all sorts of things, riches, family, peace, a home. If you're looking for peace, you're going about it a completely wrong way. The four of you are unfathomable. Perhaps that's not her reason, but it's certainly mine. Fascinatingly odd. That's coming from me. You will meet with this osprey?
If we make our way down to Durban.
There we go again. If circumstance throws you past her doorway, you will arrange a meeting. That is your plan for the future. Your grand mission. To take down an entire guild of assassins as if you happen to be in Durban for some reason or other, even though it is a place that at least 3 of you fled. You may meet with her.
Have you ever... You've mentioned girlfriends and Serafina.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gone for just friends?
Yes. I have a few. They tend to be people of some level of prowess, I suppose. I find it difficult sometimes to interact with others. I would regard Nor as a friend, for example.
I would consider the 3 of them my friend, and I will not drag them somewhere if they don't wish to go there.
Ah, so you do not mean if circumstance takes you. You mean if your friends are interested in going there, or willing, or perhaps happen to suggest it.
Saying I don't speak for all of us.
Very well. If you do not express your desires, Anivari, they will not know of them. But I suppose that's for you to manage. You have a lovely little trip to Norvina first. I expect she will contact me tonight. I've come to know her quite well.
Maybe you two should try just being friends instead of
Don't be
whatever
ridiculous.
this is.
She despises me. It is the first time you have seen him in any way vulnerable when he says that. He shrugs. I try to present myself in ways that people find appealing or pleasant. But after a time, that cracks. Who I am underneath, people do not like. You seek to find yourself, also you mentioned or perhaps thought about. Is that right?
So I keep hearing.
Sorry, I meant not to make an assumption, but frankly, I'd rather know less about myself and more about the world around me and other things.
Well, just to interject there, I was going to ask you, what virtue is your pursuit? But if you like to learn more about others, how about you ask me?
Are you saying that to him?
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that this would be a very private conversation he's having with Anivari at the moment. It's just the two of them up there.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise, I most definitely would have addressed the group. And yeah, although that is something that we will come to in an evening smoking chat soon after.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, Anivari, he will sort of, after a moment, say, I'm more interested in the world around, in me. It could have gone a different way,
It?
People always say that I should do more, be better. Is it not at least something that I am not a lot worse?
Because you could do awful, terrible things and choose not to.
Shrugs. Yes.
Is that good enough to just be okay?
I would like to think it's better than not being okay.
Striving to be better.
I do.
It's part of life.
I do strive to be better than I sometimes am. Just perhaps, perhaps better than awful is about as good as it's going to get. It's difficult not to do what I want and take what I want. Be what I want. There, I have been honest with you. So you can be honest with me. That is how that works, right?
Well, typically if you're honest with somebody, it's because you want to be, not because you're expecting something in return.
Well, there I go again. Subverting expectations. When will it be enough? This path. These doves. Do you seek the eradication of the entire guild? Or just a bit of revenge?
I seek to free as many children as possible from what I went through.
Ah. There's that helping people thing again, isn't it? Don't you people do anything for yourselves? For your own selfish desires? Or do you see somehow your act of nobility as a selfish desire?
I mean, it's definitely partly selfish. If I see that instructor again, who I know, I don't know if I'll be able to. If he were to surrender, I don't know if I'd accept it. So I'll just have to hope he doesn't.
Well, I would like to help you in your quest, Eleanor. In one little way. I know something of destruction. He will head over and take a necklace of rubies and hand it to you. Should you wish to unleash a little hell, perhaps that'll come in useful. It's a little modified. It is a necklace of fireballs, but he will tell you. If you instead put it around somebody's neck who is not attuned to it, forcibly, each one will cast the Immolate spell on the target you have put it around, in case your trainer deserves some justice.
Okay.
I think it's called Immolate. It might be Immolation. It's Immolation. There you go. Immolation is a 5th level spell, and it's basically it would target self if you placed it around. Yeah, you'd burn him to a cinder alive, which would be good fun. But otherwise, it's just a standard necklace of fireballs with the maximum number of jewels available.
Wow, that's dark. And you just casually hand this out to somebody you met 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
We met a lot longer ago than that, Jin. Nevertheless.
No.
Yes.
Don't nevertheless that.
I noticed a few things sometimes, and I know people.
What the hell are you saying right now?
We weren't good friends or anything like that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that perhaps I knew of you long before you knew of me.
So, what, you were watching me?
No, just, let's just say that once there was a young adventurer who came to my tower asking questions, and we became friends for a time. And once he took a young girl in. And helped her find a little bit about the world, and perhaps told me a little of her. Consider this a passed-down favour from an old friend. Caecilius was a good man. Or so I'm told. He didn't like me much.
He's never mentioned you.
I can't imagine he would. But he did tell me of you. Come to think of it, that's probably why he never mentioned me. He was seeking a favour. Well, anyway, yes, there you go. Consider it a favour bestowed. One useful necklace. Useful purpose. Is this one of those things I should have thought and not said? I thought we were doing the honesty thing.
No, I appreciate the honesty thing. I'm just a little caught off guard.
Sorry, I mistook that for anger. Shall we, have dinner? Or something?
I'm gonna
Perhaps
go to the stables.
you should have dinner. Yes. I shall stay here and do what wizards do.
Yep, okay, bye.
He sort of has this awkward moment where he's like, I know that you need to go somewhere and I need to stay here, but I have nothing to do here. So he waits for a moment and teleports somewhere else. You can head down to the stables. It's only you. The animals. Weary. Atticus will seek you out. Care to dine, Weary? Wonderful. I'm having smoked haddock.
Oh, lovely.
You're very honest, Weary, are you not?
Try to be.
Is it always a good thing?
Not always.
Your friend is troubled.
Which one?
Anivari.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She has told you of her childhood.
A little bit.
If she seeks revenge, will you go with her? She did state, what was it? I'm not seeking revenge, I am seeking to free as many others of the same fate as I that I can. If she does that, that's a noble cause, right? Go with her on that mission.
Noble enough.
Noble. That'll be a good way of helping people, right?
Yeah, it feels good to help people.
Gives you a strange look. Would that it did. Would that it did.
Doesn't feel good to. It doesn't feel good to you when you help people.
No, most definitely not. It is almost always completely inconvenient, and on top of that, they always want more. Always. So, no, it doesn't feel good in the slightest. It leaves me with a slight feeling of emptiness and a feeling that I've wasted my time.
Well, for that, I'm truly sorry.
Why are you sorry? It's got nothing to do with you. I wasn't intending to help you. Have I been helping you?
I think that's up for you to decide.
Oh, good. Right, I won't be. Regardless. Perhaps we are helping each other, I suppose, in our conversing. But I did seek to help Anivari. I fear that I both simultaneously upset her and didn't do enough to please her. And perhaps even angered her without doing enough helping myself.
Sounds like what happens normally with you with women.
Don't see why it should be limited to women. William was just as ungrateful.
That's true.
You've seen him.
Oh,
he's done nothing but avoid me.
Yeah,
He's
he's
angry?
not too fond of you, mate.
You are. I would have thought of all of the four of you, he would be the one that understood me best. Took the most interest. How wrong I was.
He's just worried, mate. Like we all are.
He's on a path to Self-improvement? He seeks things that
Yeah,
only magic can grant him.
Yeah, and he almost died getting there.
I would have thought, especially in that situation, he would be interested in what he could learn from a more powerful and adept magic user.
Yeah, I think he wants to skip a lot of steps, which is understandable, because
Well,
if
you would think that skipping to a mighty and powerful tutor would be the quickest way to attain that which he's interested in. Instead, he disdains my presence. I would almost say my feelings are hurt, but they're not.
does it matter to you that he's been avoiding you?
No, not at all.
Then why bring it up?
It was the helping people thing, you know? People saying I should help them, and then whenever you do, it's never the way they want to be helped.
Well, people want the easiest and quickest method of help. And when they don't believe that you're giving them the easiest and quickest method of help, they tend to get upset, especially if it seems that you're able or so able and to give that quickness and readiness and easy way of help.
That is the thing that confuses me most.
Yeah.
If I was to help everybody I was capable of helping, I wouldn't be capable of helping anyone at all. You chose
I understand that.
the girl in the coin. How on earth am I meant to choose? Should I bring rain upon the drought in the Halian desert? Should I emancipate Reba? Should I banish the devil under Mount Catra? Shall I expunge Helmfirth ruins of trolls? Or perhaps donate much of my richness to the poverty in Durban, or end the pirates, or deal with the melting glaciers in the Garrick Northlands, or perhaps the tyranny of the wizards in the Academy of Shah, or perhaps the Green Dragon in Eximus that's been caused. You know, there are so many problems in this world. Frankly, none of them particularly take my interest, so why should I help one over another? What method does one do to discern who I should help or who I should not? I've tried to only help those I like or find interesting, but frankly, there aren't many of those.
Far be it for me to tell you what to do with.
Why not? Everyone else does. Should we emancipate your friend Reba?
I'm not going to tell you to do anything.
Do you think it would even benefit the world? Would it benefit
What does
anyone?
benefit the world mean?
Would it benefit anyone?
What does benefit... It would benefit Reba, probably.
Would it? I imagine she would be expelled onto the fugue plane, where she would swiftly find her place in hell. Doesn't sound particularly beneficial in the slightest, if you ask me. But perhaps that's what she wants, I don't know.
Maybe.
Benefit the world. It's a stupid phrase, isn't it? But people are always telling me I could do more for the world.
Everyone can do more for the world.
Well, yes, indeed. But should we be inviting the others to this meal? And perhaps they want to join in this conversation. Perhaps Dinari and William have a... I don't think Anivari will join us, but the others might have a say on how I should donate my help. Shall we ask them?
Yeah, of course.
We're dining in the dining room. That's a stupid sentence. Should you wish to join us, we're discussing helping people. Wherever you are in the tower, William and Dinari, you will hear that. And you may join if you wish. Anivari, you'll hear it too, but I'm assuming you are paying no attention to that.
No, probably not.
What of it, William?
Yeah, I mean, I probably press the pause button in the danger room.
Have you been in there morning to night, for both days?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Just keep it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as this kind of comes out, this booming voice,
Yes,
I kind of look around with a raised eyebrow. And I will try and find them.
Yeah. Dinari?
Yeah, I guess knowing that Weary's there, I'd go.
Okay. So the four of you sit at this ridiculously long dining table, eating whatever it is that comes to your mind, or smoked haddock if nothing comes to mind and you want what he's having. He will repeat the question. He will say, when there are so many people I am capable of helping, and none of them really benefit me, how should I decide how best to aid others should I be interested in such a cause? For what it's worth, it is very clear that no matter what you suggest, he's probably not going to do it. He's just intrigued as to your answer.
I think you just pick a cause that resonates with you and you follow it through till it's done.
What if the causes that resonate with me probably don't help anyone? Because that's what I've been doing all my life.
What causes are they?
Well, currently studying the effect of control weather spells on the general meteorology of the world.
How is that a cause?
Well, it's my cause. I think it's interesting.
I thought you were talking about joining another person's cause.
Oh, you mean Right, so I pick somebody else's desires that I find interesting and help them with those. Should they be noble of intent or just anyone I like?
They should have a positive result for the majority of people, I would say.
Positive result for the majority of people. So I like Nor, for example. Interesting guy. Willing to pursue his desires regardless of what other people think of them.
Yes, we know.
And he wants to help Ben. And the best way to protect Ben is to cut his access to his magic, which I would perceive as helping Nor, and potentially also helping Ben, but others might say that's not the right thing to do at all.
Why would that not be the right thing to do?
Because his magic is very important to him.
Could you not get it? Could you not just temporarily bind him of his magic, and then later break that bind?
I suppose we could place him in an anti-magic field. I wonder if that would kill him.
If you prefer. Well, if it prevents the magic that's keeping him alive, then sure. That's why I was suggesting a binding of some sort.
I suppose it's an interesting enough cause. What of you, Dinari? If you were capable of helping pretty much everyone with anything, how would you go about choosing?
The problem is this whole conversation is just ass backwards. You're turning to us and asking, hey, what should I care about enough to provide help for? That's not something that someone else can answer for you. Right? The people that I helped back in Durban, they couldn't give less of a shit as to what I do. And the people in the town could not give less of a shit about what I do. And some of them actively despise me for what I do.
Which is?
I do it anyways, because I find a sense of purpose in it. I believe it's important, to some degree. The sentiment is important. That's something that I feel within for myself. It's not something that someone else...
Yes, but there we have the fundamental difference between you and I.
Yeah, and that's why I can't give you any advice. Because you have already said you're fully incapable.
It's just so many people tell me I should do more. I should do better. And yet they do not apart from their own selfish interests, tell me how best I should direct said assistance. It's always, well, you should do more. You should help me with this.
They just wish for you to care. And obviously, they have no say on that at all.
Do you know that doesn't work? Well, I suppose you weren't talking about the spell, but there is a rather powerful spell, the wish spell. If you wish to care, it just doesn't work. So if I only do that which I have a vested interest in, we get back to exactly what I'm currently doing, which is only doing that which I have a vested interest in.
Yeah, that's all I can tell you to do. Oh. Katie, under the table.
She was in the bin. Which is why I moved her. Hello, you scrounger. Yeah, he sort of looks around and, well... I appreciate your honesty. Come on, just chill the fuck out, woman. I expect tonight is the night that Seraphina will finally ask her questions. Obviously, it is a matter that interests me, but I want to know, do you want to know what it is she finds interesting about you?
Sorry, I cannot focus.
You can't focus!
I know. I'm completely enthralled by the cat. I'm so sorry. Is it... What, do I care to know...
Why she finds you
why
so
Seraphina...
Or do any of you care to know why Seraphina finds the group of you so interesting?
I mean, I'm coming at this with the idea that she doesn't find us interesting at all. So if you find something, yeah, I'll know. Like to know.
Oh, I assure you, she finds you fascinating.
She finds my trinkets fascinating, at least as far as I know.
Perhaps that. What about you, Mary? Would you want to know what Seraphina finds interesting about you?
I think that's for her to tell me rather than you.
Okay, won't pass it on to you. And what of you, William?
Sorry, I missed the question.
If he finds out what Seraphina finds so interesting about your group, do you want to know what it is?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Obviously, Weary just said no.
What? Why would you say no, Weary? You don't
Weary
want to
said,
know what the fuck...
Weary said that's for her to tell me, not for you to tell me, to the wizard.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Weary.
Don't hold your opinion back, William. Express it out loud, please.
Why would you not just want to know?
I do want to know.
Then why not have him tell us?
Because if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't want my secrets divulged.
No, secret's a strong word, isn't it?
I doubt it's hardly a secret. And besides, the roles aren't reversed currently.
No, I know, but... I don't know. Lead by example and shit.
Also, considering the amount of information she already knew about us when we got to her little hut, I doubt there's many secrets of ours that she doesn't already know.
Oh, there are none, I assure you.
It's Exhibit A.
She has no qualms.
That's fine.
The way that I'm seeing it is this. She knows that we're here. She knows that we're talking to him in his tower, and we're here. If she says something to him about us, she's gotta also know that it's inevitable that information will get to us. She doesn't want to tell us something. She didn't tell the chatterbox whose tower we're sitting in right now.
William laughs just like that, very loudly, and kind of like taps on the table a few times. It really tickled him.
Yeah. I get what you're saying about privacy and your agency and being able to tell people what you want on your own time, but she's being kind of dumb. If she tells us something, she tells him something at least that she doesn't want us to know about.
I must go to the tower and ready myself. I will be sure to exclude you from any explanations. Weary. Please enjoy the food. But he doesn't go to his tower to ready himself. He goes to the stables. Jin?
Yes.
Sorry to disturb you. I'm sorry I caught you off guard. I didn't tell you everything. When Casillas approached my tower, when he was young, he was seeking what most approach my tower for. Magic, power, answers, those sorts of things. He came a few times over the years, begging a favor or in exchange for a favor, often. Or an item he'd found on his travels in exchange for some information or teleportation, and so on. It was not a friendship. We were beneficial to each other. And his stories were interesting to me. The last time he came, he told me that a young girl had come into his care. He asked for my assistance with memories. He said it would have to be your choice. But if you wish to seal the memories of your past away, he asked that I grant you that boon. It should not surprise you that I do not have many morals, nor many restrictions on what I will or won't do, beyond my own self-interest, if we're being brutally honest. But that is not something I would do. The greatest treasure in my life is my mind, my memory. I would not lock somebody else's away. But that was me choosing for you. I won't do it. But I will tell you what I did not tell him. Seraphina would. We haven't spoken since that day. I sent him away quite rudely and harshly.
Thank you for not making that decision.
Well, I suppose I did. It was meant to be your choice. But I felt you were too young. Seraphina will undoubtedly contact me tonight. William and Dinari wish to know why she is so interested in you, but Weary does not. Would you also like to be excluded from that conversation?
No, tell me.
He nods. I shall ready myself. And he disappears. At this point, I might strike you. You will have noticed over the course of 4 days, he often approaches on foot, but never leaves on foot. There is some element of courteousness there in his mind. Or some warped sense of proprietariness. Proprietariness, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Appropriateness. Anyway, he will go and ready himself. And indeed, you will hear thunder and lightning crackling overhead within a few minutes. Should any of you head to the windows, you will see a raging battle of the elements happening outside. Fire and ice meet in the air. Lightning cracks and glass shatters to sand. Storm clouds change colours, and at one point it's raining frogs. Giant frogs outside. They don't reach the ground. Eventually you hear a booming voice. All right! Just tell me already! No, my dear. We must make an exchange. I will only tell you why I have kept them here if you tell me what fascinates you so much about them. You, William, certainly, probably Wary and Anivari, probably not Dinari, will be aware that he is purposely facilitating you hearing this conversation. She says, right! Have yourself a deal? And then it goes silent. You hear not the rain, nor the thunder, nor the lightning, nor the flame. There's a stillness. Anivari, a very gentle voice reaches out to you and just says, if you'd like to speak, we'll be in the dining room. I have your answers.
Yeah, I'll head up.
He comes into the dining room and looks around at the four of you and looks to you, Weary. She has answered. She is angered that the only reason I kept you here was to find out why she's interested in you. I'm sure she will find an appropriate way of paying revenge. Anyway, I would like to tell you what she said. Are you sure you do not wish to know where?
Leave me out of it.
The room goes oddly quiet, like you've been put inside a bubble. Looks at the rest of you. It is both more interesting and less interesting than perhaps you might expect, but you first must understand what Seraphina is. She is a druid, I suppose, in her own way. But... and she has much magic that is connected to the land. But beyond that, she is a seer. She can see glimpses of the future. She can also look into the past and scry elsewhere. Most of her power is based on gathering information and seeing the lines. Whenever anybody crosses her path in any way, I'm told you did so by something to do with ghostly highwaymen. Anyway, she looks into their future. She cannot help herself. She's nosy. The four of you, she says, have nothing. Not that you are expected to die or your future to end. You are, as she describes it, a complete dice roll. The way she explains seeing into the future, threads of fate usually weave with some consistency. There's a pattern. There is an outcome, or perhaps multiple outcomes that are likely, but with you there is nothing. No convergences, no certainties. Just potential. But potential for anything and everything. No probable futures, no destined paths. only possibility. Seraphina has lived a millennia. She has only seen this once before. So, I don't know how that helps you. Sorry. Doesn't even help me. It's far less exciting than I thought, and yet at the same time far more interesting. Oh.
Sorry.
An outlier.
But we're just a bunch of people.
Yes.
We're not heroes or destined to do great things. Surely.
No, you are but 4 mediocre
Like,
adventurers with a somewhat unusual bond.
Isn't this just normal that people's futures aren't predetermined?
No. As I said, in the millennia she has only seen it once before. It is not that it is not predetermined, it is that there is no likely outcome, no probable future, no destined past, no nothing. Only sheer possibility, 1,000 paths erupting from each of you.
She didn't tell you at all about what exactly this last instance was? Since she's only seen this once before.
I know what the other instance is. You've met him.
And?
A young boy, a noble bastard, goes by the name of Quick. Norvina.
I told you there was something strange about him. I whisper to whoever sat next to me.
He shrugs, and the boy is incredibly unusual. He has latent magic power that he does not have any connection to, and a courtesan for a mother and a king for a father. Abandoned in a town he was neither born in nor belonged in. Who knows what's going on there? But this is about you, not him. So, there you have it. You can come out now. He looks so weary. 'Tis done. I'm sure your party would wish to discuss it, but well, they can work out their own ways of excluding you, should that be your desire. In the morning, I will take the 4 of you to Seraphina's hut, or as close as I'm willing to get, where the ritual will occur.
Can you do anything that will lessen the side effects?
I could.
Will you?
He looks too weary. Weary will make a full recovery. 10 to 12 days. But in that time, he will be incredibly tired, perhaps in some pain. Weak. Vulnerable. I can aid him in a couple of ways. The first is to restore his vitality, a manner of speaking, but that may have the unwanted side effect of extending his years. The other option is I could give you something that would put you in a deep magical sleep. You'll be in just as much pain, and you'll be just as tired, you just won't be aware of it. suppose that is what I could offer in exchange for 4 days of fascinating conversation, for which I am grateful.
If we're not willing to take his help, and I'll look to Weary as I say this, I've got a contingency in place, potentially, if it's all dependent on what you're willing to grin and bear.
Ah, he looks to you. You've been speaking to Katie.
I've been busy.
What you are considering would greatly endanger Weary's life.
I know about the side effects. It's also hence why
You do not. The side effects of your potions, yes. This ritual from Weary continues to draw on the energy for the 10 days. Should you restore his vitality unnaturally, without using the sort of magic I am suggesting that I could, Seraphina's magic may draw more heavily upon him. He could die at the end of the 10 days. I appreciate your heart is in the right place, Dinari, but I feel obliged to warn you that that would be the unintended effects of those sorts of potions. To truly allow him to spare the years without experiencing the exhaustion, he would need to consume a potion of longevity. He would have more life to live.
Being just as useless as I was before.
You are not useless. But you should not interfere with Seraphina's magics at your current level of alchemical understanding. He clicks his fingers and then sort of summons a book into his hand and passes it over to you. It's called Trading Years. This goes into some depth about the long-term effects of potions of stamina and energy and rejuvenation and other such potions and their interactions with other magics. Potions of rejuvenation that grant you rest in a short period of time have a fascinating effect on elves. You may take that tome with you.
Sorry, who's that being given to?
You. It's called Trading Years, and it's just the effects and side effects, like the long-term and effects of really manipulating age with potions.
Yeah. No, I understand that feeding all these potions at once would be extremely detrimental, but even the idea of using these potions as a supplement if things get especially strenuous is still a bad idea.
Could cause her magic to act differently. There are some restorative teas. I think you probably know more about those than I. That can be very beneficial and ease both pain and weariness. Excuse the pun, I've got no other word. Sorry. I know there is another word somewhere, but I couldn't think of it. Yeah, I mean, teas of valerian, ginger, they're pretty much anything you can Google in real life that can ease pain or restore energy would be far more fatigue, yes, that's the word. Thank you, Elora. Would be far gentler. He has made his choice.
I got a grocery list, I guess.
Weary, he looks at you and... Do you wish my aid in this matter?
Would you have given me this help or offered me this help if there was no exchange in interesting conversation?
No. I was told by somebody quite recently to find a cause that resonates with me. Your conversation resonated with me, Weary. I'm taking an interest because I'm taking an interest. I'm not just picking somebody at random. That is what you mean. I'm not doing this because I expect more from you in the future. This is no deal of debt. But I am grateful for the conversation.
And you care about this cause.
Let's not push it. He smiles, and I would like to care about this cause.
Then I think there's an important lesson in humility here. I will not take your offer.
Not as much. You will, I'm assuming, accept my aid in the four of you returning swiftly to Seraphina's hut, so as not to anger her any further way.
That would be nice.
Good.
One final thing that I think I want to bring up, Zadicus, between you and me.
Yes. Oh, between you and I, of course. There are a couple of other things to see to before the morning. I know we were overrunning. Is that all right, guys? We're going to be like 10 minutes. Good. Yeah? Cool. Okay.
The virtue in which I pursue is always out of hope. To me, it's everything. The only loss is that you give up, and all else is a draw within life itself. But there is always a path back, if you only hope.
He nods. I'm not sure I strive for any virtue. If it's any consolation, I admire those who do. Anivari.
Yes.
Katie would like you to have this. She said it's up to you if you choose to use it. He hands you a small vial. She said it's to aid with his ability. She would like you to speak with her about it before you leave. You'll probably find her in the alchemy lab.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't have more information for you than that.
I do have one request.
Yes.
Could we have some cushions?
Sure. Weary's been staying in a room full of them. Take as many as you like.
I will.
He looks to Dinari and William, and we will be departing in the morning. You will not spend the night in a comfortable room?
No, back to the cottage it is for me, at least.
Where did you get that cottage?
It was a gift.
But not from Seraphina.
You honestly think that Seraphina is in the industry of giving gifts? Useful out of the goodness of her heart, gifts?
No, not in the slightest. But she is in the business of cottages. It just resembles her work, that's all. I merely wondered. Very good. What of you, William? Care for a luxurious, comfortable room with a bath fit for a noble?
Does it seem like he's genuinely sad about being left alone?
There is an element of he has appreciated the diversion and he's not looking forward to leaving.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think in William's head, he wasn't really one of the diversions because he kind of kept to himself, so I will just shake my head.
And I shall bid you good night. And we will very briefly follow Anivari to the alchemy lab, where the Tressum sits on the table. As soon as she sees you, you have come. What do you know of treaties?
What do you mean?
Of his nature. He is no
He's
mundane
brave,
horse.
Loyal. I don't think any horse is mundane.
Don't play games with me, child. You get what I mean. He does not resemble other horses. His nature, he tires less easily. He rides with prowess. He does not fall prey to sickness or disease. He copes well without hunger, understands more than he should. Those sorts of things. What do you know of his nature?
He's just a horse that I found. We've grown together.
Has he aged in that time?
Yes.
Yes. The potion. It will keep him by your side. It will give him no further unusual abilities. It is a modification on another potion that was offered to Weary. It will strengthen his body, keep him from aging, and perhaps in time grant him some small amount of magic. TLDR, it will enable him to become a fine greater steed later on. In time.
Keep him from aging for how long?
I don't know his natural lifespan, but it would increase it by 40 or 50%.
And no side effects?
I'm told it tastes quite strongly of radish, and he may develop an affection for radishes. It's about as extreme as it gets.
Right.
I don't care for people. But I like animals.
Point taken. Thank you. I will leave.
Good.
I
And
pop
so
my
you
head
may.
back in. Does he drink this or do I drink this?
Why on earth would you drink it?
I don't know.
The dresser responds. And with that, I think we'll end. Fantastic. Welcome to the timeless tradition of MVPs. I'm sorry for overrunning. I have about 9. So I'm going to start with Jack.
Oh, I thought you were like gonna start yourself
with all the good things you've done. Yes. No, it is not a.
Sorry.
It's not a compliment train. What do you think this for?
Yeah, cool.
No. Okay.
I want to give MVP and props to bloody Josh for not really being a lot in this session and just sitting there and just like taking it all in. Like I talked a lot this session, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's to be a trooper and just like be like, yeah, it's, it's not my time to shine, but like, just hanging out and being here and,
I mean, it's really not an issue because you guys like roleplay so well, so it's not like I'm not sat here going, gosh, were these guys shut up alright? So enthralled. So yeah, it's no problem.
Bumpkin.
You're also having the fight of your life in that room.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. The sentinels are coming to get me.
Okay. MVP.
Yeah, I think I guess then the opposite reason that a lot of kudos is to be given to Jack today as well. That's a lot of hooks have been thrown out for things, and mind the fish pun, but like you were on it. Like we leave these little threads, and you took it all, and it was cohesive and succinct, and like we didn't take a break. This was like
we didn't.
Straight
no,
hours
we didn't. I am dying for a wee. Josh.
Yeah. But it's.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was it.
Okay.
It's just spectacular.
Josh.
I'm gonna take it back to the conversation between Weary and Anivari. Anivari's past was really. I mean, we've kind of interrogated her a couple of times, so it was nice seeing a much softer approach to getting information. Well, getting information like
I know what you mean.
or anything, but you know what I mean of learning more about her. I really liked the back and forth between you both.
Elora?
I really liked Weary asking Anivari all these questions while they were fishing. And I had down also just Weary's description of love was just really nice.
It's literally the words at the top of my MVP list of Weary's description of love. I agree.
And then I always have to throw in a funny moment, which was Bumpkin just blurting out, "What are you wearing?"
Yes. Okay. So I have 2 Bumpkinisms. I have "Where are you wearing?" and "What am I thinking?" Which is what she asked while looking at William. Weary's description of love. Josh saying she is the doom on this continent in referring to his mother, which was beautiful. Anivari's dream, riding a treatise through a field of banjos to some bluegrass. I really liked your reaction to him saying, "I've known you longer than that." Nevertheless, that was a great moment, Elora. I really enjoyed Weary's dissertation on finding a real reason to care and like why Zadaka should do X or Y and why he shouldn't, and like kind of admonishing him but also accepting him in the same moment, which I think was really graciously done. And I think that is probably why he took such an interest in you, is that you were one of the few who didn't just say, well, you need to be more than you are, which I think he quite liked. I liked Josh saying, we're nothing special, we're not heroes, we're not anything. I think it's sometimes difficult to acknowledge that when you guys are the main characters, right? That actually right now you aren't special or anything in particularly impressive, and that, makes it all the more interesting. I think all of those are very, very strong, but I have to give it to Elora today for the conversation with Zadicus regarding Jin's past and the conversation with Weary regarding Anivari's past. you've done such a masterful job of trickling out bits and allowing more vulnerability to come in as you go on, while still retaining that sort of resilience and determination. I think it's so easy to go, oh, somebody's finally asked me about that thing in my past. Here's my backstory. You know, you've done a real good job of just letting a bit more and a bit more and a bit more and a bit more. And I've really enjoyed that. So that is where my MVP went today. But that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
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 We shall see you soon.